And let's start on the inside with the two trucks that we currently have lined up for the next two build series. And the first one is the little blue F100. It's going to be back on the channel for the first time in about a year. Auto Metal Direct's going to be helping us out with this truck. We're going to be doing a brand new interior in it. We're going to be keeping some of it vintage, but a lot of the wear parts like door panels, seat cover, the dash and the dash pad are all going to be replaced with some new stuff that'll look really good. This truck is pretty special. It came from Oregon. It is completely rust-free, an original one-owner truck, and one of the coolest things about it is it has a straight 6 under the hood from the factory, and it also came with a 4-speed from the factory, and it has the Explorer package, which definitely makes it extra cool and extra special, and I absolutely love this particular truck. And now that our come and swap Ford is done, we are on to the next big restoration project, and that is going to be the super cool and ultra rare 1979 Ford F-150 Custom, modified by Coachman Industries in 1979 to become the special Dearborn package that you see here. This is an extremely rare truck, and over the last couple months on my channel, I've been able to confirm the existence of 2 others, looking to find some more. This is one of only 2 that still has the original paint on it, but I have found 3 in total at this point. To my knowledge, they made about 500 of them in 1979, and I literally just pulled this truck in last night. This video is going to post a few days after I film this, but you can see the bed's still full of water right here, and we have some other work to do on it. And if you're interested in this truck, there will be another video posted for the first build series video within the next few days. Okay, and the weather was not really cooperating in the past couple weeks. We had some blizzards here in PA, so I have actually gotten started on the Dearborn project, and it's moving along pretty well. As you can see, it's blowing apart all the way at this point, and we're getting towards getting it back together. There'll be an update video on this one very soon. So now let's go out into the bullpen and take a look at the rest of the trucks that we got going on here. I'll tell you what, let's start with Junior Mint first. Okay, so this is my 79 F250 truck that I body swapped a couple years ago. It's all patina paint, looks really good, I think. Has a 351M in it that does have a rear main leak, so unfortunately that's going to have to come back out, and I will show you the engine that I'm going to put in it. I am going to recover the seat. I got to put the headliner in. I'm going to go back to a factory sport wheel on this truck, away from the aftermarket wheel, and that's really all I have planned for this truck right now. I do have to change the front springs on it as well. This one is broken on this side. It's dipping down a little bit, so I still have to do that. But this is a Snow Fighter truck, so it has the Dana 60 front, which is pretty cool. And this truck was sold brand new at Fred Beans in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of the bullpen we got here out back, and I'll just go down the row here with them all. Okay, so the first one is my 79 Freewheeler Package B truck, a truck that I'm super excited to have. And we will be restoring this truck this year, 2025. It's set for the end of 2025. It is going to be a full body swap. Unfortunately, it is smoked. This is a really special truck, one of 892 Freewheelers with the Package B. It also would have the factory chromatic stripe. Obviously that's missing. It's been 351 Windsor swapped, which is pretty cool. That engine is locked up. I'm not even going to bother with it. But this truck is really cool. I cannot wait to get started on. You can see it still has most of the original interior in it. This is what you would get with the Freewheeler trucks, same as the Indy Pace trucks, or the same thing, PA4 trim code. This is a rally wheel truck, but it's non-tilt, so I will change it to tilt. That'll probably be one of the only things that I will change. It's also a CB radio truck, and CB radio stuff is missing. You can see it was cut out, but that's your pretty good indicator right there. So really cool truck. I can't wait to get this one going, but you can see the cab is completely smoked. There's nothing left. It's been sitting since, I would say, the early 90s most likely. But this is definitely a good one, and I can't wait to get this one fully restored with paint, and that will be happening this year. next up is one of my many X36 trucks that I have. I have no plans for this truck right now. If you're interested in this truck, you can email me at dentsidedepot@gmail.com. It is for sale. This truck is really cool. It has a totally custom cab on it with a Denali roof, with a sunroof. Everything on it is rust free. It does have a few spots in the floor just because it's been sitting. So it has a couple spots right here that there's really good metal all around it. It's just, that'd be tiny little patches. The firewall was cut out because this was going to get a Duramax in it. That was not my decision. That was someone else that was going to put a Duramax in it, not me. But this is ready to go for a really custom build. The inside metalwork needs to still be done, but you can see where the roof was put in and everything on this. It's definitely a really, really cool truck. And if no one buys it off me, then I'll just build it myself, but it won't be anytime soon. No engine, it's a roller. I can include a firewall with it potentially. It has a Dodge AAM rear, 11.5 rear, which is pretty neat. Dana 60 Kingpin front, of course. Frame matches the VIN, and I have the title in my name. It's all legit. This is a Pennsylvania truck, and it's also factory CB radio. Okay, next up is another one of my X36 trucks. This one is a Lariat camper special truck. I believe this truck is one of the 10 highest optioned X36 trucks on the planet. It's the best of the best. It's been rebodied with Arizona metal. The frame is totally done with a lift and everything else, and it's essentially ready for paint. I started this truck in 2017, and then Dentside Depot happened and more trucks came in, and you know how that all goes. So, but I think long term, show you what I got under the hood here. Okay, all right, and under the hood it has a Ford 400. It's been bored 40 over. It's done up really nice. This is a C6 automatic truck, but my long-term plan is to pull this out and put this powertrain right into Junior Mint with the lift kit and everything else that's on this truck, because I'm going to completely redo this truck with a 460 and everything else. So that's really the plan with this one at this point. And I'd like to bring this truck in for a restoration next year. Summer of 2026, this truck will come in and it'll get full paint. It will be medium blue metallic, and that'll be the full restoration on this particular truck, which I can't wait for. It's been way too long. I've had this one sitting for way too long, but that's the way it goes when you have over a dozen trucks. Okay, next up we have a 79 F250 crew cab. I rescued this truck. The gentleman that actually rescued this truck, it was going to the scrapper without a title. I got the truck from him without a title and petitioned the state of Pennsylvania to give me a title as the rightful owner, which they did. So this truck is now titled. This is an XLT crew cab truck with a ton of really, really good options. All I've done to this truck is gutted the interior. It did not have the factory interior in it, the seats anyway. So I got rid of that because they were all crispy and no good, but I still have the panels and everything else. And I'm excited to tell you that this truck is the one that's coming in next after the Dearborn is done. I'm not going to tell you what the powertrain is for it, but I'm very excited to be doing this truck. It's going to be my first crew cab on the channel. So that's pretty exciting, and it's really not that bad. I mean, this looks bad right here, but that's easy because you can get all that metal from Auto Metal Direct. But it's good in the back where you can't get metal. I mean, there'll be a couple patches that I have to do, but besides that, this truck is pretty darn solid. The drip rails on this truck are good. The roof is caved in, so I'll cut portions of the roof out and replace that. But beyond that, this truck will get done. Factory color is the dark brown metallic with the copper. So you can see it definitely has some dents and dings in it, but we'll get that all taken care of. That won't really be a big issue. Okay, next up we have another 79 F250 Ranger XLT, a truck that I got imported here from Montana. It's in really nice shape body wise, but it does have the unfortunate drip rail issue, but the rest of the roof is really nice. So I already have replacement drip rails for this truck, so I think I could probably do this job in a couple weekends, so that's really not a big deal. There's no bed on this truck. The floors on this truck are perfect. It has no rust there. It has the entire original interior in it. Doors are pretty darn nice on this truck as well. It does have an issue in the back. You can see here that it's all broken here in the back on the cab mounts. So I'm going to be cutting that metal out and replacing it, which is not a big deal because the rest of the truck doesn't have any rust on it. This one's been sitting for a really long time. Plan for this truck is it's going to be coming in at the very beginning of 2026. I'm not going to tell you what the drivetrain swap is going to be on it, but it's going to be really cool. And I definitely can't wait to get this one going. The original drivetrain, everything's gone except for the engine. And the engine is completely waterlogged. And you can see it's just dripping onto the ground, whatever's left of it. But the frame on this truck is beautiful. It has no pitting on the frame whatsoever. Really clean truck. Can't wait to get this one done as well. It's going to be really good. All right, and that brings us to, well, you'll notice that the Jade Interceptor isn't here. My 78 F-150 that I Crown Vic swapped, that truck isn't here. It's because my uncle's driving that truck every day. It's his kind of daily. He drives it on a regular basis. So that truck's not in this video, but that brings us to the last one for today's video, which is my most recent build, the X36 that I come and swapped with the Dana 80 and NV5600 NP241 transfer case. Definitely a really cool truck. Why don't we let's get in here and let's start it up really quick. I haven't started it in a few days at this point. I want to bring it around and put it in the driveway actually. All right, let's get in here. So this truck is definitely really cool. I love this truck. See if she starts up. Usually starts right up, no problem. Yep. Dakota digital gauges. Interior is all done. Love how it's a manual transmission. Let's take a look under the hood. Was so much work. I'm definitely never doing another diesel swap like this ever again. It took me so long to get it done. It's definitely worth it, but I have no desire to spend that much time on something again. So, but it's definitely really cool and it runs really good. I'm going to start driving it some more here shortly. I have some more assets in other places, but this is everything that I have here right now, everything that I have planned for restoration over the next couple years. I have no plans of bringing in any more trucks at this point as I start to work my way through the last few here. If you enjoyed this episode of Dentside Depot, remember to like and subscribe and keep restoring those classic trucks.